Hi, and welcome to Schedule Bin. In this video presentation, we're going to walk through how a manager manages his employees online. This presentation just focuses on managing employees and doesn't focus on other features available in Schedule Bin. If you're interested in learning more about how Schedule Bin works, we suggest you take a look at the other walkthroughs. To begin, enter your username and password and click on the Login button. Once you've logged in, you'll notice that your schedule is blank and there are no messages from your team. That's because we just started a new team called Mel's Menswear. The first thing that we'll want to do is create some employees, and we'll do that by clicking on the Employee tab. In the Employees view, you'll notice a list of employees on the left. And on the top middle, you'll see also a series of buttons: Employee Details, Availability, Positions, and Employee Log. We'll look at each of those in this walkthrough. In the Employee Details view, you'll see account and contact information for the selected employee. The first detail is the employee's start date. That's automatically populated whenever you create a new employee. The next one is a Schedule Bin user type. There are three types of users in Schedule Bin: a regular employee, a manager, and an administrator. The manager is allowed to manage schedules and employees, as is an administrator, but the administrator can also manage teams. We'll look at that in a different walkthrough. Because we signed in with a manager's account, we don't have permission to assign administrative account types to employees. The next detail is the hourly rate that you can track with each of your employees. After that, there's the employee email or username, whether or not they want notifications 1 hour before their shift starts, and their first and last name along with their phone number. There can be additional information that the administrator can track, but we'll look at that in a different walkthrough. To add a new employee to your team, click on the Add New Employee button in the top left. This will clear the Employee Details view so that you can add the details for your new employee. If you don't have the email address for the employee that you're entering, you can click on the Doesn't Have Email checkbox. This will assign a numeric ID to that employee, which they'd have to use if they were ever to log in to Schedule Bin. When you finish entering the details for your new employee, click on the Save button and you'll notice that employee's name pop up in the list of employees on the left. You'll notice that when you deselect your new employee, his name in the list is highlighted as red. There's also a tooltip advising that he doesn't have any positions or availabilities assigned to him and that he can't be scheduled. To remedy this, we'll select our new employee and click on the Availabilities button. We'll then click on the Always Available button in the bottom left to make sure that he's always available. We'll also remove some of the availabilities in the morning so he doesn't get scheduled for really early morning shifts. With the new employee's availability saved, when you hover over his name in the list of employees, it'll now only complain that he doesn't have any positions. To fix that, we'll click on the Positions button and assign him a position. Now when we hover over our new employee, there are no notification pop-ups, meaning that this employee is ready to be scheduled. The last feature that we want to show you is the Employee Log. The Employee Log is basically a performance log for every employee on your team. Whenever an employee over or underperforms, you as a manager can make note of the employee's performance in his or her log. When used in conjunction with the Statistics add-on, you can track employee performance over time on a graph. Each employee log has two pieces of information: the note that a manager leaves that explains the performance rating, and the performance rating itself. The performance rating is a number between 0 and 10, and every employee starts off with a value of 5. As you adjust the performance rating, be mindful that when it comes time to automatically scheduling employees, the performance rating counts. An employee with a low performance rating will not have as much priority for a shift as an employee with higher performance rating. There is one more feature that we wanted to show you before we finish this walkthrough. If you think that entering all this information for each employee is a little bit of a hassle, there is an easier way. At the bottom of the Employees view is a link You can copy and paste it and send it to each of your employees that you want to add to your schedule bin team. The link allows for each employee to create their own account, enter their own contact information, and set their own availability. When employees manage their own accounts, it becomes their responsibility to sort out all the details for every shift trade before management gives final approval. It also minimizes the amount of time management spends dealing with employee time off requests and employee availability changes. Not to mention the time spent setting up and maintaining various user accounts. This concludes our walkthrough. We hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email us at info@schedulebin.com.